A sigh, a rustling of silk, the distant clinking of ice in a glass. A delicate, almost breathless voice begins. Oh, darling, you wouldn't believe. Truly, you wouldn't. It began, as these things often do, with a pretense of escape. A shimmering mirage of turquoise waters and sun-drenched bliss. Tenerife, they called it. HDParqueCristobal Tenerife, to be precise. A name that sounds vaguely regal, docent it, like something out of a forgotten fairy tale. Little did I know, the only fairy tales unfolding there were the ones concocted to lure unsuspecting souls into a rather dismal reality. Honestly, the audacity. You see, I'm accustomed to a certain standard. My grandmother, God rest her soul, always said, a chipped teacup ruins the entire set, my dear. And this, darling, was not a chipped teacup. It was a demolished porcelain palace. And let me tell you, that's an unforgivable offense. It started innocently enough with the photographs. Oh, the photos, all cerulean pools and beaming faces, a curated illusion of paradise. You know, the kind of marketing that preys on the hopeful. Like dangling a diamond before a pigeon, it's manipulative, wouldn't you agree? And the location they boasted. Close to the beach. Yes, darling, close to the beach, like a prisoner is close to freedom. Isolated, a gilded cage. You are entirely dependent on their services, or in this case, lack thereof. Taxis, overpriced shuttle buses, it's designed to keep you tethered, don't you see? They profit from your captivity. It's vulgar. But the true descent began upon arrival. A swarm of people, a cacophony of noise, and a reception desk manned by, well, let us just say a woman named Christina. Ah, Christina, the harbinger of despair. She moved with the grace of a disgruntled sloth. Every gesture, every glance conveyed an utter lack of human empathy. She practically radiated apathy. It's a rare talent, honestly. She was slow, unhelpful, and possessed a distinct talent for making one feel utterly insignificant. A tiny, inconsequential speck in her vast universe of indifference. And the rooms, oh, the rooms, they were diminutive. Tiny, cramped boxes furnished with relics from a bygone era. Imagine, darling, the aesthetic of your grandmother's attic, but with a distinct aroma of disappointment. The wallpaper was peeling, the furniture was scuffed, and everything felt damp. It felt like sleeping in a mausoleum. Honestly, my therapist would have a field day. And the smell. A peculiar blend of stale, chlorine, cheap disinfectant, and something vaguely fungal. It clung to everything. To your clothes, your hair, your very soul. It was a constant reminder of the insidious decay lurking beneath the surface of this supposed paradise. And the fact that nobody addressed it, criminal, it's a basic tenet of hospitality, isn't it? Cleanliness. You think they have grasped that concept by now. And then there was the air conditioning. A vital component of any civilized existence, wouldn't you say? It sputtered, it wheezed, it eventually died. For 3 days, darling, 3 days I sweltered in a stifling, humid box. I pleaded, I reasoned, I even attempted a dramatic fainting spell, but Christina remained unmoved. She simply shrugged and said, it is what it is. It is what it is. Can you imagine the gall? It's simply unacceptable. This is a basic human need. It's a matter of comfort, of health, even of survival. And the food, oh, don't even get me started on the food. Bland, lifeless, a culinary wasteland. Imagine a gray, lukewarm porridge served with a side of existential dread. The same dishes, recycled ad nauseum. It was as if they had purchased a lifetime supply of potatoes and cabbage. And my children? Bless their hearts, they barely touched it. A parent's worst nightmare, isn't it? To see your children suffer, even if it's just from a lack of palatable sustenance. It's tragic. The pool was a human soup. Overcrowded, chaotic, and teeming with splashing, shrieking children. Not
that I have anything against children, mind you, but when they packed together like sardines in a can, it loses its charm, doesn't it? And a sunbed, forget about it. 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 About it.
Okay, here's a traveler's advisory, the business landscape around HDParqueCristobal Tenerife. Let's be frank. After meticulously examining the experiences of others, the businesses clustered around HDParqueCristobal Tenerife, they present a rather disheartening picture. It's not vibrant, it isn't bustling with opportunity. It's more a landscape of unmet expectations and, frankly, a little bit of disappointment. It feels like a place where corners are cut, and enthusiasm is replaced with a kind of weary resignation. It's a feeling that settles low, like a dull ache after a long journey. And I mean all of it. I've delved into the feedback, and a concerning pattern has emerged. It's the kind of pattern that leaves you questioning everything, wondering if a carefully curated image is masking a less palatable reality. Let's begin with the shopping. The notion of a grand retail experience, as promised by Siam Mall, feels generous. It appears that the area's shopping offerings broadly aim for spectacle, but fall short on substance. Many travelers report finding less variety than anticipated, with a collection of shops mirroring those already available elsewhere. The mall feels sparse, like potential, abandoned halfway through. There's a consistent complaint about the lack of indoor areas, leaving shoppers exposed to the elements. It's as if they built half a mall and hoped no one would notice. Even the simple pleasure of charging an electric vehicle has become a source of frustration. It seems parking enforcement prioritizes non-electric vehicles in charging spots. The lack of logistical thinking is disturbing. It truly is. Then there are the unsettling accounts, the whispers of a shadowed figure patrolling the restrooms, appearing and disappearing with an unnerving regularity. The very thought it sends shivers. It's not about safety, it's about mental well-being, an invasion to someone's body space. It creates an atmosphere of uneasiness that lingers. What was he doing? Why was he doing it? Who lets that happen? Combined with stories of high prices, limited transport options, and a general feeling of being unvalued, the feeling is one of a missed opportunity, a promise broken before you've even unwrapped it. TikTok hype, a dangerous illusion. Turning to accommodation, the story doesn't improve. The Alexander Hotel La Siesta paints a picture of a property desperately clinging to past glories. There's a pervasive sense of neglect. It's not just about frayed edges and dated decor, it's a deeper issue of maintenance and attention to detail. Rooms are described as uncomfortable, stained, and riddled with soundproofing issues. Imagine trying to sleep a feebly constructed box during a nightclub's loudest set. The staff are painted as indifferent, with service varying from merely unhelpful to actively unpleasant. Food quality is a recurring concern, described as fatty, bland, and lacking fresh ingredients. The kitchen apparently has a history of incompletely cooked meals. One traveler had raw sausage served to a 2-year-old. Raw sausage. It's a chilling thought. A 2-year-old, an underdeveloped child to potentially perish. The spa, supposedly a haven of relaxation, is instead described as a hazard zone, with exposed sharp edges and a general sense of disrepair. The owner didn't even care when the swimmer was cut by the spas. It's as if they're actively daring you to find something to complain about. It's tedious, it's draining. The theft of a garment from a room, that's not a mistake, that's a betrayal of trust. It's a fundamental violation. The suggestion of safety concerns, of unwelcome advances, hangs heavy in the air. It feels like a place where you're constantly on guard, constantly assessing risk. The disregard for basic comfort, the sheer lack of care, it's disheartening and disappointing, simply exhausting to type. Now, let's discuss dining.
The experience at Bollywood Tandoori Indian restaurant seems to revolve around a rushed, transactional atmosphere. It's as if they're actively trying to turn over tables as quickly as possible, sacrificing any semblance of hospitality in the process. Customers report feeling pressured to order, being cut off mid-meal, and witnessing aggressive behavior from staff. One reviewer was outright insulted for not wanting to eat there. The level of disrespect is shocking, truly shocking. Stories of being shortchanged, of receiving subpar food, and of feeling genuinely unwelcome are pervasive. It feels a lot like a scam. They lure you in, take your money, and offer barely anything in return. It feels like they are profiting off the desperation of the tourist, the treatment.
You know, I was just looking into crimes near HDParqueCristbal Tenerife. And like it is sad, you know. Tourists come here thinking it is all sunshine and fun. But some businesses, they just take advantage. Like, why do people have to be like this? First, electronics shops near HDParqueCristbal Tenerife. They can be really tricky. Some tourists went in, saw a tablet for cheap, thought, wow, great deal. But after they paid with their card, boom, 2,000 gone. The shop didn't give a receipt, just smiled and waved. And then the tourists left, happy, until they checked their bank. Can you imagine? They probably called the bank, but what can they do? The shop just says, oops, mistake, but keeps the money. So unfair. Then camera shops, oh, these places are sneaky. A couple walked in, saw a camcorder, thought, nice price. But the shop guys were like, oh no, this one is bad, take this one better. And suddenly, the price doubled, plus they added some must-have accessories. The tourists probably felt trapped, like they already said yes, so they paid. And when they got home, the camcorder was old or fake. They probably tried complaining, but the shop just ignored them. Classic. Street sellers near HDParqueCristbal Tenerife. Fake designer bags, fake blankets, all laid out like it's a real store. Tourists buy them, thinking, oh, Gucci for 20. But then it falls apart in 2 days. Or worse, customs takes it at the airport. And the sellers, they just pack up and move. No consequences. So dumb. And then the charity people. They stand outside shops, holding signs, looking sad. But some of them make 100,000 a year. Tourists give them money, thinking they're helping, but it's all fake. Like, why? Why lie to kind people? Those tourists probably felt so stupid later. It's just depressing, HDParqueCristbal Tenerife is beautiful, but some people ruin it. Tourists come for 2 weeks, just to relax, and instead, they get scammed. And the worst part, the scammers keep doing it because no one stops them. So yeah,